Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you for spending your Friday morning with us. Well, up next, we've got an incredible guest in studio. We're so excited to welcome Zahirah Marty. She is a renowned travel TV host, as well as a destination marketing expert with a flair for uncovering the world's most exciting destinations. Now, with her extensive experience and award-winning content, Zahirah has traveled the globe, bringing vibrant stories and insider tips to her audience. And this morning, she'll share her top 5 travel picks for 2024, discuss the impact of diverse travels on her career, as well as emerging travel trends. All of these things we're going to unpack today, but I'm just excited to meet you and get into the mind behind somebody who has a spirit of wanderlust. Thank you for being here, Zahirah.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, let's get straight into this because you've had a very fruitful career in travel, 10 years. And they say that it does take 10 years in order to have that overnight success that people talk about. But yours has been pretty up since day one, right? So can you talk to me about the growth that travel has impacted on your life personally and then also professionally?
I think travel's become a bit of an addiction.
Oh,
It
yes.
started off as something you did as a hobby. Living where I do in Dubai, you have quite easy accessibility to a lot of the world. So within half a day, you can pretty much be anywhere across the globe. And now it's become that thing that is both business and pleasure and passion and baby and everything wrapped up in one. So I think there's such a long answer to the question about how it's impacted personal growth. Cultural diversity and understanding, I'd say, is the number one thing. And I think in the world we live in today, having that tolerance, having that understanding and having that exposure really enriches you as a human to understand how different people think and feel and process.
Absolutely.
I think a good balance of learning and creativity. A lot of my work is impacted by my travel. So when I travel and I learn things about different ways to do things, or I see campaign ideas or creative ways to do things differently, I take that back with me and then I sort of present that to clients in different ways. So I definitely think it's impacted creativity wise, and also just learning, like constantly building who you are and what you appreciate and how you see the world and perspective. I'd say those have to be my top 3, but I could give you a long list.
I mean, girl, I feel like we could sit here forever and just talk about this and unpack. That is absolutely stunning. And I know this is going to be an even harder question to narrow down, but I have to ask you, just looking at 2024, right? What are your top 5 travel destinations? In case someone's sitting there right now with a pen and paper, where do we begin?
You're right. It is a very difficult question. When you ask me that, it's like asking a parent to choose a favorite child.
Exactly.
Just based on recent travel, let's put it that way. I would say Madagascar is very, very high on my list. I was just there a few weeks ago. I shot there in December. It is a beautiful destination. One of the things I absolutely love about it is it's so unspoilt. It's very uncommercial. It's raw, it's rustic, but it has so much character to offer you. A lot of the things I'm going to list are on the African continent,
yes,
and with
please.
good reason, because we have an amazing continent to visit. And I don't think people visit it enough. Rwanda, phenomenal destination. Also, a lot of these destinations are visa-free for South Africans, which is important.
Love to hear
the
this.
visa is a hack, right? No
Come
one wants to do it.
it's a barrier.
No one wants to do
Stop
it. So Rwanda, definitely. Botswana, another one, really close. Hour and a bit flight. The most incredible game I think I've seen in many years. I saw within a space of a few days. This might seem boring and obvious, but South Africa.
We had to make
We
the
have
list.
such incredible places to see. I mean, 2 days ago, I drove to Swellendam, to this beautiful little cabin, bottom of the mountains, right by a river. Didn't see a human for 48 hours.
Lovely.
Just saw baboons, heard rain. Just the most incredible sunrise and sunset. Our country isn't explored enough by our own, and it's got the most incredible destinations to see. And I think lastly, Russia, it's visa-free, desperate for travelers at the moment. St. Petersburg has amazing things to offer you anytime round. Why not?
Wow, what a list. And I'm so glad that Africa dominated because honestly, 2023, 2024 has felt like the year of African rise and domination. And it's so good to hear from a global traveler that yes, we do actually, and we are on par with everybody else. Well, let's talk about emerging travel trends. Are there any that you've kind of picked up along the way that you'd like to share?
Well, I think there's a lot of really cool trends at the moment. And one of the things we're seeing a lot is what we would call thematic travel. So people that travel for specific purpose, whether that's eco, whether that's wellness, whether that's medical. I even saw the other day a whole list of retreats for fertility. So you can go on a holiday to Bali or loads of really beautiful destinations and focus on one specific area of your life that you want to improve or work on and deep dive into a bit more. So thematic travel is definitely something we're seeing a lot of in 23, 24, and I think that's going to continue into 25. Things like retreats and group travel, I think people are wanting to explore and meet people a lot more than we were in the past. Post-COVID, we just want to get out and we just want to connect, and group travel is a great way to do that. So a lot of these themes, and I think people are so much smarter, right? Like they want so much more from a holiday than just a pretty photo or one nice food and a nice hotel.
Give me value.
We're after depth and we're after substance, and thematic travel really offers that.
Oh my gosh, Zahirah, we could talk forever. Very quickly, because we have to wrap. What are you working on right now, and where can we catch you online?
So I've got a new baby. My Travel Diary is what it's called. Completely independent. You'll find it on YouTube. You may find it on a few airlines. You may find it on a few channels. Let's see. Our first destination is Madagascar, and I can't wait to see what everybody thinks.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for joining us. And yes, we're going to have our eyes on your socials. Thank you for broadening our horizons, even if we have not crossed any borders ourselves. And we definitely are so inspired by travel. And hopefully come this December, you'll hit up one of the 5 places that Zahirah has recommended.